This is where she was stuck, at the bottom of a cliff miles from anywhere, in the Scottish Highlands. After 3 years of isolation, help was on its way to rescue Britain's loneliest sheep.
I would be lying if I would say we had any sort of real clever plan. Graham, who's an integral part of the team, bought a couple of long ropes from Tiso on the road up, and we had a very strong canvas feed sack that was big enough to hold Fiona, and we were able to cut a little hole so that she could get her nose out to breathe. And the incredible thing was she was so relaxed throughout the whole process. As we were dragging her up, she actually started nibbling at little bits of grass.
The owner couldn't get to Fiona, so this group of farmers said they'd help.
We've come up here with some heavy equipment, and we've got this sheep up an incredible slope. Let me just bring you in close to her here. Fiona. She had 3 years worth of wool on her, and that essentially meant she floated up on a cloud. It was like she was wrapped in a mattress, so we didn't have to worry about that side of things, and the three of us kept a hold of the bag and just navigated the bag as we went and just kept manoeuvring her around rocks and bushes and trees until we eventually got her safely to the top without a scratch on her.
After a much-needed trim and a health check, isolation seems to have done Fiona no harm.
A sheep in the Scottish Highlands, dubbed Britain's loneliest sheep, may have to spend the winter alone after animal welfare chief said there's no plans to mount a rescue operation.
The Scottish SPCA says the sheep that's been spotted living alone at the foot of a cliff for the past 2 years isn't in danger.
We've been trying to rescue sheepy for the last few days. We've got a boat with us, but there was no way that we were going to be able to go by sea. It's just far too rough and too many rocks. We believe we've found a passage that we can get down to and rescue her, and that's what we're going to do.
I became really concerned with her being rescued by people who just drag her back to a farm where she just end up being slaughtered. So that's definitely something I didn't want, hence the urgency to do it now.
She must be in the cage. Hello darling. Kneel down.
We've just found Sheepy's good. She seems timid, but she's also not panicking at all. She's just checking us out. So hopefully we can give her some food, build up some trust.
I'm going to come back tomorrow to keep seeing her, to get used to us.
We've been down here every day the last 3 days to build up trust with the sheep. We want to build trust before we go for the big rescue.
There's a big long rope comes all the way down from the top, and we're going to create a sledge. We're going to slowly pull her up.
We're going to get her out of there. We're going to get her to a sanctuary where she can live out her life with other sheep and with no chance of being slaughtered. Our biggest obstacle has been the farmer. The farmer has got close relations to royalty. He had 2 years to rescue Sheepy and did nothing. We had an understanding that we would meet on Sunday and he would have a team of rescuers that would work with us and that we would be able to collaborate and get Sheepy out of there safely. We were wanting to go and visit Sheepy again this morning like we have for the last few mornings, but this time the farmer asked us not to. He said that he had cattle to move on his property. He even said it was a good time to go and get more supplies, but during this time he covertly smuggled Sheepy out.
The point of us going and rescuing her, as we agreed with the farmer, was for her to get to a sanctuary. She has been rescued by a team who drove her to a petting zoo.
Sheepy's going to be made into a circus where she's been living on her own with no contact from humans other than us. We've been going down there the last few days, and now she's going to go to a place where she's getting constantly patted and made famous when we just wanted her to go to a sanctuary to live with other sheep where they're not going to be exploited.
It's just a shame that after all this time she's just going to end up making someone some money when she should, after everything she went through already, she should just have been placed in a sanctuary, in a safe place, not in a farm, not in a petting zoo.